Good afternoon. Well, I suppose the responsibility to our shoulders, all of us, is quite heavy. Why? We have to link what happened in the first session and then what our chairperson is expecting. So, of course, we have to have give a relevant sort of issues to you. Thank you, Dr. Bholanath Datta, for inviting me. And I was quite impressed with this campus. The campus was so beautiful, and perhaps, I don't know, when a campus is a nice campus, you would have also nice professionals, teachers, and things like that. So that is what my first impression is. And also I would like to link what was said in the morning and also our chair expecting from us with a kind of, it's a big thing which I would like to say, but maybe it is appropriate and relevant. The title I put it is To Learn from the Best in Higher Education. So I was very impressed that the previous session we have got a challenge or an opportunity to learn from the best, having a mutual agreement between the institutions. Which means, to tell you more bluntly, what can teachers from abroad teach us? What can teachers from abroad teach us? It's a very interesting question. And why I'm telling that, this is about teachers, but when you're talking about the professionals, what we learn from the professionals too. If I give an example, I have to go back quite a bit, say 20, 30 years back. I was working on the IT, and you have got IT institutes, and all big businesses from US, particularly from US, they came here to hire as much as possible of the graduates from IIT, if you remember. And what happened at the end? They went to PhDs, Indian PhDs and master's degree holders. They went to US, Europe, and they developed their kind of what they needed in that time of the year in the IT industry. So what does it mean? It means that if you have a good person, a literate person, learn from, the thing is done. And they have done that one. The advanced nations at the expense of developing. And so with this, I suppose I don't like to sort of, take much time. If I bring in another issue is Malaysia. I remember when I went to Australia in 1977, and I saw with me so many Malaysian students also went there at Australian National University. And I went with the scholarship from the ANU, but Malaysians went with their own money, scholarships. And Malaysia had a pretty good economic condition then. And what happened to Malaysians? Malaysia, being a country where English is commonly spoken, has an advantage over other Southeast Asian nations in attracting full fee paying students from neighboring countries at that time. And now they are just doing opposite. They are attracting more and more Southeast Asian nations, students, to their favor. So this is what? This is another proof that, yes, the learning from the best is working. The second thing, which perhaps also you know better, is, you know, reverse migration. There is a reverse migration took place in this country, isn't it? Which means that those people went to US and other countries. After a couple of decades, they wanted to come back. Why? The country can now offer more and more jobs, because India is a huge country, and also in terms of remuneration also well. So why they would like to stay overseas? So which means that this reverse migration took place. They went first, migrated, and now same people are coming back. So that's why we call it reverse migration. And it is not only happened to India, it happened to Bangladesh. It happened to other countries, even Nepal, that people wanted to come back. But there is also a problem in a sense. When you are going to come back, there is a huge sort of, objections as well, to some extent in some countries. And what I'm trying to say is, because time is short, what I'm trying to say is that this reverse migration is highly productive. Highly productive. Why? They had their education here, went back to an advanced nation, and they learned there more, and then come back with further skills. Further skills. And then maybe I would like to come to the another issue, because the time is short. I have another hat as well. It's not Griffith University hat only. I am now, as you said, Griffith University is, I retired as an associate professor in 2018. And they said that, no, okay, we just want to keep you with an adjunct position. So as you know, adjunct position, what it is. I am there still adjunct, but I have the liberty to work in the other place. So what happened? So my second hat. The second hat is I came back to Bangladesh and wanted to link me with the education sector. So my friends and some of my colleagues, they said that it's better, like private universities. Bangladesh, do you know how many private universities in Bangladesh? It has got 105 or 8 now. 8. 110. SAR said 110. So luckily, our main objective was what Honorable Vice Chancellor Mohoday, I think, told us, that skill is skill. At this moment, Bangladesh needs skills. Every people or every young people, they have got some sort of skills, whether they have education or not. You would find that some carpenters, they haven't got much skill, education, but they make fantastic furnitures, isn't it? And when, in terms of English, India has got quite good market for that, because it is quite heavily English language is the compulsory, something like that. But other countries, like Southeast Asian countries, some, Vietnam and all others, they are quite good at various kind of skills, but English is poor. To some extent, Bangladesh too. So we thought that we better start a skill enrichment university. So we call it now the University of Skill Enrichment and Technology. Skill enrichment is one, and technology, of course, as you know that nowadays technology is the important one. So we have been working on this since government of Bangladesh quite kind enough to give us the permission. We were the 102nd one. So after us, another 6 universities are there. So what we're trying to do, we wanted to see that we get people or teachers where we can learn better. It is nothing to do with the local, but let us get someone from overseas who has got quite a bit of learning and teaching experiences. So this is our motto. And what we did, just another minute or two, what we did, as you perhaps some of you know, our father of the nation is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and his 100th birthday anniversary was held in 2020. And obviously, I had also an opportunity to work through Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Professorial Fellowship at the University of Hull, UK. And I thought that since I am the founder chairman of USET, University of Skill Enrichment and Technology, so we would like to observe that 100th birthday anniversary of the father of the nation quite strongly. And we did. And one of our learned economists in Dhaka, Qazi Khaliquzzaman Ahmed, and another was Mazharul Islam. He is working in Young Park, working at Cardiff University, and we had a project to having 3 books in 3 years to commemorate his 100th birth anniversary. And we did that. The first one was I'm going to make them available to Dr. Professor Datto. I have got few copies, so you can share with your students. And the first one was Climate Adaptation for a Sustainable Economy, Lessons from Bangladesh, and Emerging Tigers of Asia. Before COVID, we all think that Bangladesh is going to over the moon as well. But now also it's not that bad. Why I'm saying, during the MDG's time, we studied MDG's time, Millennium Development Goals. MDG's time, what happened? Bangladesh, in fact, achieved 50% of its poverty reduced or down. From 44%, they had almost close to 20%, and now it is less than 20% poverty rate in Bangladesh. So this is a major issue. And another was infrastructure and other things. I am sure you would see if you want to go to the Googles. And the 3 books, what we did, when we published one in 2021, that I said, climate adaptation, and 22, science and technology innovation for a sustainable economy. Again, refers to Bangladesh. And the third one is just came out in January, towards a sustainable economy, the case of Bangladesh. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry, I am taking a little bit more time. I think that's it for me. And what I'm trying to say is, that was a great initiative, that there are so many things we can learn from Indian expertise. And sometimes when we are also going to be a little bit improved, or sometimes we can also a kind of encouragement. We would have encouragement from other countries. Thank you very much. Thank you all.